the guy who's wearing a powder blue wig.
So who's the guy in the powder blue wig that they're beating the devil out of? Who knows? Who knows what that's a reference to? Good morning, and welcome to another episode of Old Men in Chairs, and also part of my new playlist on Deciphering Dylan. This is a song that I had intended to do a couple months ago. I got all ready to do it, and it just ran out of time. It's a very busy time of year for me in the spring and early summer with my farming activities and other businesses I'm involved in. So I'm finally getting back to Tight Connection to My Heart, which also goes into another category in my playlist of music of my life. Because this is a song that I've been addicted to. Just the sound of it. I just love the sound of it. Ever since I first heard it on vinyl, I think, back in the 80s or early 90s on the Empire Burlesque album. It's a really great rolling beat, almost a reggae song. It was originally recorded for the Infidel album in 1983, but not included on that album. And then he took one of the versions from that recording studio and punched it up and added the female background singers, which really makes it a much more lively song. There is an official video that goes with this song. It's a mess. It's very incomprehensible storyline about Bob Dylan in Tokyo. There's a murder going on. There's police. I can't make any sense out of it. I don't think it has any relation to the song. So instead of that, I'm going to play the official audio off the album. And I'm also going to put the lyrics up so that we can follow along, as I like to do with the Dylan songs, because there's many gems hidden inside every Dylan song.
I said I'd send for you and I did. What did you expect? My hands are sweaty and we haven't even started yet. I go along with the charade until I can think my way out. I know it was all a big joke, whatever it was all about. Someday maybe I'll remember to forget.
Wow, don't you just love that first verse? Now, Bob received some criticism because some of these lines were cribbed from old Humphrey Bogart movies and other old movies. I had to move fast and I couldn't with you around my neck. I guess it's from a Bogart movie. I'll go along with the charade until I can think my way out. I think that might be Jimmy Cagney. But who cares? Really, the man's a genius, and if he wants to borrow a cultural reference from the great era of American movies, immortalize it, all power to him. Who cares? I don't care. I think it's fabulous. And then at the end, I don't know if this is from a movie or not, but what a line. Someday maybe I'll remember to forget. That's a hard one. It's hard to remember to forget because you don't really have control of your memories, do you? Your memories come back whether you want them to or not. And whether you remember to forget, no, can't be done. But what a great rock and rhythm there that he's got going. I'm just in love with this song.
I'm gonna get my coat. I feel the breath of a storm. There's something I gotta do tonight. You go inside and stay warm. Has anybody seen my love?
That's the chorus. Again, Bob is searching for that lost love, as he does in so many other songs. Has anybody seen her? Reminds me of the old Chi-Light song. We're going to go right back into the hard-boiled gangster talk here.
Something you just whisper it into my ear. Madam Butterfly, she lulled me to sleep in a town without pity, where the water runs deep. She said, be easy, baby, there ain't nothing worth stealing in here. You the one I've been looking for, you the one that's got the key. But I can't figure out whether I'm too good for you or are you too good for me.
I just absolutely love that last line there. But I can't figure out whether I'm too good for you or are you too good for me. I tried to sing that one time because it's not easy. The way he just reels that off. People underestimate Bob's ability to squeeze a long lyrical line into a short musical space. And of course, going back to the top, this is again out of a gangster movie. You want to talk to me, go ahead and talk. Which I think was Jimmy Cagney talking to the cops. But whatever you got to say to me won't come as any shock. I know I'm guilty of something. That's almost Kafkaesque there. You know, I'm guilty of something. Everyone's guilty of something. Just whispered into my ear. And then, of course, he name checks the famous Town Without Pity song. Do I know what this song is about? Not really. I know I'm supposed to decipher Dylan, but this is way beyond my depth here. It's a feeling. It's just a feeling that you get from this song of hard-boiled love. Old movies and movie stars when they really were stars.
Seen my love? Oh, has anybody seen my love? Has anybody seen my love? I don't know. Has anybody seen my and there's no moon. There's just a hot-blooded singer singing Memphis in June. And they're beating the devil out of a guy who's wearing a powder blue wig. Later he'll be shot for resisting arrest. I can still hear his voice crying in the wilderness. What looks large from a distance, close up ain't never that big. I never could learn to drink that blood and to call it wine. I never could learn to hold you, love, and to call you mine. Is any...
So who's the guy in the powder blue wig that they're beating the devil out of? And later he gets shot for resisting arrest. Who knows? Who knows what that's a reference to? But it's something that haunts him because he can still hear his voice crying in the wilderness. Have you ever had something happen that was so terrible and so haunting that you can still remember the sound of it? Unfortunately, I have to say yes, but I'm not even going to tell you what it was. But that's such a haunting feeling. And what looks large from a distance, close up ain't never that big. Don't even know where to start with that line. Apparently that's also from a movie. But what he's trying to say there, I have no clue. Except at the end, I can relate to this one. Never could learn to drink that blood and call it wine. Well, of course, that's a reference to the Holy Communion. Except he's got it backwards. You're supposed to drink the wine and call it blood. but he's turned that upside down. Drink the blood and call it wine. And never could learn to hold you, love, and call you mine. So again, he's back to this lost romance theme where he was desperately in love with this woman, but he couldn't actually learn how to love her the right way and call her mine. What a lyrical tour de force here. Not for nothing did he win the Nobel Prize for Literature.
See my love. Has anybody seen my love? Has anybody seen my love? I don't know. Has anybody seen my love? Talking about it. Talking about it. Baby, about it. Honey, baby. Tight connection to my heart. Baby, baby. Tight connection to my heart. Honey, baby. Tight connection to my heart. Baby, baby. Tight connection to my heart. Honey, baby. Tight connection to my heart. Baby, baby. Tight connection to my heart. Honey, baby. Tight connection to my heart. Baby, baby. Tight connection to my heart. Honey, baby. Tight connection to my heart. Baby, baby. Tight connection.
There, finally, at the very end of the song, he gets to the title line, tight connection to my heart. It's not mentioned anywhere else to the very, very end of the song. And then he just jams out with the background singers on that one line. Very, very funky song. And someone mentioned, and I hear it myself now, the chord pattern here is very similar to the Lou Reed song, Sweet Jane. And he cribbed that too. You know, some say that Dylan was going through a period of his life there in the late 80s, early 90s, where he had writer's block. And, you know, obviously that was a low point in his career. But then, was he really? Because this is just an epic song. And at the same time, thereabouts, you know, he put out Brownsville Girl, which may be his greatest song ever. So Dylan's been great since he broke on the scene 60 years ago or more now. And he's been consistently great right up to his latest album. It's been the greatest songwriter of the era, maybe of all time. His music will live forever. Unfortunately, Bob is in his 80s now, but still performing. But Bob will not live forever, most likely. But his music will.